There's been enough of that this week. I'll tell you one thing, though, with what's going on, the energy that's in the room here, we saw that in that previous fight, that with the NRL fans here tonight and also the players, if there's a few shots landed early, they'll lift the roof off this place.
Yeah, well, this is a fight that was started because one man called the other man out, Chris Sandow. He said, Todd Carney, step into the ring. Carney said, yeah, no worries. So that's what's going to happen very, very shortly. 3 2-minute rounds. This one's at cruiserweight. You can see there's plenty of difference in terms of weight and height and even reach. But when we get into the ring, it doesn't all matter necessarily. Let's get him out. Sandow up against Carney.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the rectangle to the square, please welcome from the blue corner, making his professional debut, Todd Carney.
Standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, proudly brought to you by Scruffy Murphys. His opponent from the blue corner, welcome the diminutive Chris Sandow. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The FC, the Battle of the Footy Codes. Introducing my opponent to my left, wearing the red and the blue with the white trim, making his professional debut in the square ring. Leaving the rectangle, he's aged 30 years of age, stands 184 centimeters tall. He weighed in at 86.10 kilograms, his hometown of Goulburn. Ladies and gentlemen, his NRL appearances, 166. He's got quick hands. He fights tonight after he was called out. Former Dally M medalist is hopeful of reigning in the ring. Introducing Mr. Carnage, Todd Carney. His opponent across the ring in the great Aboriginal colours, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Sandow, 167 centimetres tall. He weighed in at 82.80 kilograms. His height is 83, his weight was 83 kilos from Cherbourg. His NRL appearances, 162. Chris Sandow recently made his way back from England, back to Australia, playing in the Super League for the Wolves. Tonight, he joins the pack. Will he walk out victorious? Introducing from the red corner, Chris Sandow. Judges are Les Fear, Ray Wheatley, George Plellis, and in charge of the action when the bell rings, John Gauchi. 3 2-minute rounds. Here we go.
Oh, here, boys.
Well, this is the one that plenty have been waiting for. There's been a lot of talk in the build-up here between Sandow and Carney. Let's see what happens as the referee gives instructions. Well, they're not looking at each other. Pretty happy just to look at the ref.
Touch gloves and let's get it
told to touch gloves. They do so briefly. And in a boxing sense, you'd have to say that Todd Carney has the advantages. He is 7 inches taller. He has a significant weight advantage. He's also got weight, and he's also got reach, rather. But Chris Sandow, like in his rugby league, he has unpredictability. And they say he's got a bit of power as well, so let's see if he can use it here against Carney.
Same thing as I said before, Ben. I think the advantage is going to be with who lands first. Who lands a power shot first? There's not much time. It's 3 2-minute rounds. You know, it's not going to be so much the boxing, the jabbing. It's going to be who gets his big power shot in first.
Okay, we're underway. So they just feel each other out. Sandow goes to work, and there's a backhander from Todd Carney. He's been pulled up by the referee.
I like what Sandow's doing. He's trying to counter. He's trying to look for that
There's
big
a
shot.
big right hand from Sandow. Carney, though, he just wore it and surged forward. He throws another one. Sandow's chin in the air dangerously.
Sandow's boxing how he plays league, how he defends with those big, massive tackles. And he's doing the right thing here. He's the shorter fighter, so he can't have that advantage of that long jab. So he's trying to make his opponent miss. And when Todd Carney misses, he comes with that big right hand or big left hook.
Yeah, but in rugby league, someone's not trying to punch your head off. So he wants to get that chin tucked in, I think.
He does.
Sandow.
Or he's going to land. And if he lands, I don't think Carney can take these shots, not flush on the chin.
What about the atmosphere that has built up here in the Horton Pavilion as Carney and Sandow go together? And Sandow just steps back now and watches. There's been some big exchanges, some big shots. They just take a breather here as we get into the 2nd minute of this first round, and then he just explodes again, Sandow.
Wow, this is the place to be tonight, Brendan. We're in the best seat of the house as we see Sandow playing poker face here. He's just calm, he's just nice and relaxed look on his face, but he's trying his best to land that bomb.
It is a massive advantage that Carney has in terms of height, but can he use it? Because so far, Sandow's been making himself even shorter. He's ducking in and throwing over the top. He's landed with a couple, and Carney, he didn't care. He just walked through them.
See, Carney's game plan from his corner is to jab and move. But because he's not experienced, he goes back to what he knows naturally, and let's fight. Someone's throwing punches at me, I'm throwing punches back at him. If he can stick to his game plan, it'll be better for him. Sandow's game plan is working to a T.
Have a listen to the roar that they just got at the end of round number 1. The Horton Pavilion on its feet. As we've been saying, so many NRL stars in the house, and they're having a really good night here, watching these two young men go at each other. And Carney gets some words of advice from his corner, as does Sandow. That's Gareth Williams, his trainer from Brisbane. They tell me that Sandow's been doing sparring with the likes of Chris McCullen, former Australian champion, and has been acquitting himself pretty well. So let's see if he returns to a bit of boxing, if he gets the chin in, or if he's just going to try and knock Todd Carney out of the ring.
I think he will, and I think he should stick to what he was doing, just what his trainer told him. When Carney throws a jab, come with that big right hand over the top. It's worked perfectly for him in the first round. He doesn't look tired, he doesn't look gassed. I think he needs to just stick to the same plan. Carney, on the other hand, he needs to start jabbing and moving and make that right hand counter hard to land.
And that's a slip. Okay, give me a roll. Slip by our referee. Okay.
Very entertaining fight, Ben Damon. This is what the crowd want to see. This is what the footy players want to see.
Yeah, they're on their feet. They're enjoying this here at the Horton Pavilion. And Carney just backs off as Sandow steps in, turns his back. He doesn't want to be doing. Sandow just approaching him with a smirk, and he tries to throw something big over the top with that left hand now.
Sandow's landing some strong punches, and I can tell, you know, just by his physique and the way he's throwing them, they will be heavy shots. And I've got to say, Carney's done well to wear those shots and still fight back.
It was ungainly what he did there, Sandow, but he switched from southpaw back to orthodox and threw a nice shot as he did so, and he could have done some damage. There's plenty of weight on it. Carney backs off, and they come back together, swatting away a couple of those shots in Sandow.
See, this is the thing about, you know, footy players boxing. They forget there's a body to hit. Every shot is just going for the head. I mean, how open is Carney's body for Sandow to land some big shots?
They come together again, and Sandow throws a right hand into the chin of Carney. They lean on each other now, and we're into the final 30 seconds of the second round here. He switches again, Sandow. He's looking to create an opening. Well, I assume he is. Or maybe he just likes switching around.
He's looking to land a big bomb. He's going to look for one big right hand before the 10 seconds is over, I feel. And he's just waiting for that jab to come so he can come over the top.
Carney seems to be pretty keen. Oh!
I love it, I love it. Sandow jumps straight up and tells the ref that was a push.
Or a push. I'd like to see the replay of that because they came together. Sandow spewed out of the exchange and ended up on the ground. I was just about to say you would like to see Carney throwing a bit more. He seems to be a bit put off by the fact that these punches are coming from odd angles at him. He needs to get back on and start to use his jab, and I would assume there's a right hand there as well.
He does. But, I mean, we really got to commend these fellas. I mean, hopping into the ring, especially in front of everyone live on Fox Sports, it's a big deal. It really is a big deal, and it's so hard to concentrate inside that ring. Carney needs to use his jab and follow up with the right hand, but he's got that energy. I mean, he's an NRL footy player. He has that mongrel in him, obviously. He has that toughness. So when Sandow's just being clever, he's looking for the right-hand counter. And when that lands, Carney just thinks as an athlete, as a fighter, comes back.
And don't forget, after this one, this man's in the ring. Paul Gallen up against Junior Paulo, the heavyweights. We're still going here, though, at cruiserweight. The third and final round between Carney and Sandow. And you know what Sandow's going to do? He wants to score with something huge and knock out Todd Carney. But Carney is doing a good job of keeping him off just at the moment. Let's see if he produces something of his own, Todd Carney.
It's very hard when you've got a man like Sandow who's just so determined on destruction right in front of you. Those punches will knock any man out.
That could have been the moment too. That was his chance, you think. But Sandow still looking for that big swinging right hand. Carney tucks in now. Throws a right hand of his own, but falls short. Let's see if he starts to bring his own aggression back to where it was in round number one, Carney. Sandow smirks, leans down, goes back up, throws the right hand over the top.
It's
now
very
he's shaking
hard.
his head.
It's very hard to face a man like Sandow who comes with bombs constantly. And you know that every single punch that Sandow's going to throw is a bomb. It has knockout written all over it. So that makes it very hard for Carney, but I must take my hat off to him. He's doing so well. He's in on this fight, and he's not giving up at all.
Gee, I'd like to see Carney try and go to the body of Sandow. He's there to be hit. He's just using his hips and ducking out of the way. But Carney, if he can step in and throw a bit of power in these final 30 seconds, he can have a shot of his own. They come together at centre ring again. Sandow throws himself through the ropes, connects with the right hand. There's a good shot from Carney. Sandow spins and they go head-to-head and toe-to-toe again.
Go the boys. God bless them, giving it their all.
And just to finish us off, there is a nice left hand from Chris Sandow. Congratulations to both of these men. Todd Carney, he goes to the crowd. He thinks he's got it. You've got to respect what he did. Whatever you think of Todd Carney as a rugby league player or as a person, whatever your thoughts, you have to respect him responding to the challenge from Chris Sandow, turning up, taking part in this fight, and doing a good job as well because it can't be easy in front of this crowd. Have a listen to them.
Oh, he done an awesome job. I mean, like I said before, just having that composure, trying to stand in the ring in front of everyone.
From the rectangle to the square, right here at the Horton Pavilion. Thank you so much. Ladbrokes, stars of the ring.
Let's have a look at the replay of that final round, some of the highlights thereof. And Carney jabbing there, Sandow ducking in and trying to throw those big shots. They started to settle into it in that final round. You could see there was a bit more smirking, some smiling. Todd Carney stuck his tongue out at Sandow as well. They really enjoyed that, Carly, you can tell.
I think the crowd enjoyed it more. You know, it was exciting to see Sandow just sticking to that game plan, which was what we heard his trainer say after that second round. Just wait for his jab and throw the big right hand over the top, and he done it so well. I'm really impressed with Todd Carney staying composed and trying to do what he's learned, obviously, in that short amount of time that he's started boxing.
All right, if you're a judge here tonight, who do you give that one to?
Sandow. Aggression, cleaner shots landed. You know, I mean, like I said, I take my hat off to Carney for trying to stay composed and fight. I would have liked to see the taller man use the jabs and the right hand in a boxing sense, but I think Carney done everything exactly what he needed to do, being the shorter fighter, the strongly built, close to the ground fighter. He done exactly what he needed to do. Okay. I think he won it.
Let's see if you're right. It's been a really good fight, though, between Sandow and Carney. Let's head up to Jimmy, get the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a massive round of applause. I know you enjoyed that. Come on, let's make some noise in here. Oh, come on, make some noise in here. As we go to the judges' scorecards, Judge Les Fears scored the bout 29-29, a draw. George Plellis, the judge, scored the bout 30-27, Sandow. George, referee Ray Wheatley scored the bout 29-29. Majority draw. You know what? Boo with hand claps because it was a great fight. Come on, let's make some noise in here. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Well, I got Todd Carney with me. Todd, I mean, it might not have been the prettiest, but it was an entertaining bout. Did you enjoy it?
It's never going to be pretty. We're not boxers, we're footballers. So we come here, we put our bodies on the line, and I think we've done a fair display. The training that we put in for this bout was hard enough, let alone step in the ring. So thank everyone for turning up and supporting the charity. And that's what it is, and that's the way it played out.
How hard was it out there? I mean, you said you're a rugby league player, stepping into the ring where there's no one else but you.
Yeah, I was out the back for the last 2 hours. Usually I'm stuffing around with one of the boys, mucking around. It was good a few of the boys come out to say hello, but it's not for me, boxing, that's for sure. I take my hat off to every boxer that has a profession to be a world champion or an Australian champion, or just to step in the ring. I've done 4 weeks of training and class it as hell.
It took a lot of guts, mate, to do that. Well done. Congratulations, Todd Carney. Chrissy, come on in here. Well, I just said it to Todd. It was very entertaining. You took it to him. You put a show on. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, me and Toddy went really well. You know, tonight in the ring, it's a tough sport. You know, like Toddy said, big credit to the boxers. You know, they put a lot of effort in. Rugby league, you got your big Sandow over here. He made my tackles pretty much all my career south. So yeah.
How different is it? You get teammates when you play NRL. No teammates out there. It's just you and him.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough sport. Like Toddy said, we trained 4 or 5 weeks into this fight, you know, and Toddy big hands up to me. He came out foreign. I think I won that fight. Yeah, that's me personally, so yeah.
You think you got it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you got it. There you go. I'll tell you what, it was entertaining. Thank you. There he is, Chrissy Sandow.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. Have a good night.
And Todd Carney as well. And coming after the break, Paul Gallen and Junior Paula. Don't go anywhere.